Have you ever heard the quote, "A good cross will take you around the block, but a good jab will take you around the world"? Well, the jab is probably the most important punch in boxing. It can dictate a fight, it can set up punches, and it can single-handedly break down your opponent. So it's really important to have a good, solid, strong jab. My name is Stacia Suttles, or Stacia the Natural, and in today's video, I'm going to be talking about the 4 most common mistakes people make when throwing their jab. Let's get right into it. The first common mistake that people make when throwing their jab is simultaneously pulling their backhand back while throwing their jab. This is commonly known as the bow and arrow jab, because at the same time as you're extending your lead hand, you're pulling back your right hand or backhand. Now this is bad because you may land your jab, but it's also leaving you very open for punches from your opponent. Not only that, it also puts you in a difficult position to come back with the cross. So when you're jabbing, try to keep your backhand right by your face, your elbow in, so that whatever punch or movement you want to do next, you can easily do it. The second common mistake that people make when throwing their jab is leaning forward. Many times people want to put power behind their jab, so they lean a little bit forward to put some power behind it, but unfortunately all that's really doing is leaving you unbalanced and again in a difficult position to come back with punches. So it's important to stay in your boxing position nice and balanced with your weight evenly distributed, even while jabbing. Another common mistake that people make while throwing their jab is lifting their chin and head while jabbing. Similar to the bow and arrow jab or the first mistake that I'd mentioned, it leaves you open and susceptible to other punches from your opponent. So remember, always keep that chin down. Last but certainly not least, a common mistake that people make while throwing their jab is dropping their hand while bringing it back to their face. This is a huge mistake that will absolutely get picked up on by your opponent and eventually you'll get countered. So it's really important that when you jab, you bring your hand right back in the same line used to extend. Avoid these mistakes by practicing your jab over and over again, but with good form and good technique. Also, you can use a ball or a glove to help you with keeping your elbow in and your chin down. So what I like to do is when I get into my boxing position and I'm trying to work on maybe keeping my chin down and not lifting my head up, you can use a ball, put it right under here, and you can work on your jab just like that. So hands up by your face, jab, jab, just like that, and my chin stays down. Another way to use a ball is to tuck it right under your elbow, just like that. I don't know if you guys can see. Tucked in right under my elbow, so then when I jab, my elbow stays in and there's no flaring, because if I flare, then the ball drops. So you can use a ball, you can use a glove, you can use really anything that's gonna just force you to stay here. You can also use a cone. That's something that I like to use as well. So like I said earlier, avoid these common mistakes simply by practicing. Look in the mirror, do it over and over again, use good form and good technique, and eventually muscle memory will kick in and you'll start to remember it even better. If you'd like my help in bettering your jab, Suttles Boxing Academy is accepting new students at this time. It's going to be the first link in the description. Anyways, thanks for watching the video. Like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.